Hi and welcome back, Weekend Warriors. My name's Jack. This is Guitar Jack. As you know, this is the second episode of my 3-episode mini-series on guitar fundamentals and bite-sized guitar lessons so that anyone can learn no matter how much time they have. Today we'll be going over finger strength and dexterity. So one thing that's important about playing guitar is building finger strength and building dexterity. And by fretting hand, because I play right-handed, if you notice, if I take my fingers out and stretch them, they can actually move farther. My pinky on my left hand can go way farther than my pinky on my right hand. And that's because I've built dexterity within my hand, which is very important to play in. It will come over time. It's not something you can just rush overnight. You'll find that if you're starting on electric, you'll find that you get harmonics as well as hammer-ons and pull-offs, things that we'll cover in a future series on intermediate guitar playing. You'll find that you can get those incredibly easier because electric guitars, I know I covered guitar anatomy in the last video, instead of having a sound hole, they have pickups, which essentially are magnets that relay the frequency of your guitar strings to an amp. And because they're magnets and it's all electronic, they can pick up things incredibly quiet. And so you can kind of get away with having less finger strength and dexterity. But that's why I encourage all beginner guitarists to learn how to play on acoustic, because if you can do something on acoustic, you can do it really well on electric. But anyway, if you remember the strings from the last episode, we have the E string, the A string, the D string, the G string, the B string, and the high E string. And now, for this first exercise, they kind of build strength and dexterity and also can eliminate some bad habits. We have my four fingers spread across each of the 4 frets on the E string. So what does that look like? Well, a finger here, your index finger on the 1st fret, your middle finger on the 2nd fret, your ring finger on the 3rd fret, which has the little dot. Most guitars have that, some do not. And your pinky on the 4th fret. What we're gonna do for this exercise is we're gonna pluck the string open, which means nothing, then press down on the 1st fret, press with your index finger. Then on the 2nd fret, press down with your middle finger. Then the 3rd fret, press down with your ring finger. And then the 4th fret, press down with your pinky finger. And once you've kind of gotten comfortable kind of chugging along like that, you can begin the next part, which is just moving that entire shape down to the A string and just going open, 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th. Eventually, with some practice, you'll be able to go 2, 3, 4, open A, 1, 2, 3, 4. And now the idea here is to make sure that you're playing with consistency, so you're not going. And that may mean slowing down. After you've conquered the A string, you can now move on to the D string. And just the same thing. Open, 1, 2, 3, 4. And you move now to the G string. Open, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then on to the B string. Open, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then the E string. Hopefully you get to a point like this. And now once you've gotten that, we're gonna put it in reverse. So you've walked it up the mountain, now you're coming back down. And I'd also like to note that you should be beginning with your pinky this time. So it's just instead of walking up with your index this a little bit quicker, but once you've gotten that down, you just kind of move it all the way back up to where we started up on this E string, this low E string. So in theory, you should be able to do this. Thing to look for here is you want to make sure that every note you play is ringing out clearly. And the way you get that is by, if you take a look at my fingers, I'm pressing down the string with the tip, like about 2 millimeters down from where my fingernail is. And this may hurt at first, but over time you'll build calluses. But that's the correct form. But yeah, this is a great exercise. I still use it to this day. It was one of the first things I was taught when I was learning to play guitar. And it has helped me out tremendously because not only does it build finger strength and dexterity, it also will help you to increase your speed. It's one of those things that you should never stop practicing because it just increases your finger coordination. And that concludes this episode on building finger strength and dexterity. This is your host, Jack, signing off, Guitar Jack.